Good afternoon, Canada. We are again with our brand new episode of Voice of Canada. I'm today playing a dual role. Your main host was Asphandiar Wadiwalla, but today our acting main host is Cindy Young, who is here. She's also playing a little different role because today we are having a very important guest and celebrating a very important event of the century, which is the coronation celebration, His Majesty King Charles III, which we are all celebrating on Saturday, May the 6th. And this show will be on air and telecast on Saturday at 8 p.m. sharp to celebrate the occasion by Voice of Canada, exclusively produced by Awaz TV Entertainment. So welcome to our show. And let me give you a little brief about today's importance. We are getting the celebrations of coronation after 70 long years, when even I was not born. But the Queen acceded to the throne that time. So it's a very, very big honor for Canadians because the royal family is the sovereign head. And now King Charles is our sovereign head and head of the Senate. So I will be handing over the mic to our main host, Cindy Young. We have got a very beautiful singer, Sara Maria, who will be singing "O Canada" and "God Save the King." So let's rise for the two song anthems.
Oh Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north strong and free. From far and wide, oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Now Sarah is going to sing the national anthem, "God Save the King."
God save our gracious King, long live our noble King. God save the King, send him victorious, happy and glorious, long to reign over us. God save the King, thy choicest gifts in store, on him be pleased to pour. Long may he reign, may he defend our laws, and ever give us cause to sing with heart and voice. God save the King.
Cheers for Sarah Maria.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sarah. We'll be soon seeing you again at the end of the show. Thanks again.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Welcome, Voice of Canada, to a very memorable show and a show of a century. We're so honored to be here and be part of this incredible show. A very special welcome to Leanne Townsend, to Snehali Patel, and to Asphandiar Wadiwalla, who is absolutely, everybody knows him, but he is now part of the panelists today, and I will be hosting the show today. So the first question, we're going to start right in. In this school, we'll go to all three of our panelists, and we're going to start with Leanne. If you could please just say a little quick thing about yourself, your name, and maybe a little thank you for being part of such an incredible show.
Yes, as you mentioned, my name is Leanne Townsend, and I am a family law lawyer in Toronto, Canada. I was very honored to be asked to be a part of this show and part of
Memorable
the
show.
panel. Yes, very memorable, and I felt very honored when you reached out to me and invited me to join because the show is a big deal for all of us, and I know for you as well.
Definitely,
So,
for all Canadians,
yes,
I would
for
say.
all Canadians, I agree.
It's a pride of honor.
Exactly. So I'm very honored to be here and to be joining everyone else who's here today.
And thank you. It's wonderful having you here and looking forward to hearing so much about your experiences as well. And we'll go to Snehali, if you wouldn't mind giving us a little bit about yourself as well.
Hi everyone, this is Snehali here, and it's amazing feeling to be here celebrating this special occasion. I would say once in a lifetime occasion with you all over here on the show. And I'm super excited and super proud to be here sitting with the panelists here. And as a short intro from my side, I'm Snehali and I hail from back home in Kuwait, India. And I've been here with my family and I work for you. Thank you. Over to you.
Hey, and thank you very much. And now I'll pass it over to Aspi.
I'm your host, Asphandiar Wadiwalla, but I've changed my seat today. I'm a panelist, and today Cindy is the boss of this show. She's going to be a captain. So I say thank my co-host. I thank my co-panelists, Leanne Townsend, Snehali Patel. They always come to rescue me whenever we have memorable shows because they know how successful we are since last 17 months. We have churned out about 170 shows of Voice of Canada with very important personalities like politicians, diplomats, aviation, and the fourth category is women empowerment.
Yeah.
So that is our main specialty. And I'm really glad that our show, today's show, is going to be a very memorable one because it's the show of the century.
Yes,
The
it
celebration, the coronation celebration of His Highness King Charles III, who is our King of Canada and our sovereign head. Thank you.
And I'm so honored to be able to be co-hosting, but in
You're a host
whole
today.
other hosting situation today for such an honorable show. So thank you, Aspi, as well, for giving me that
Always a
opportunity
pleasure.
too. And it's wonderful being here with such incredible panelists as well. And so thank you for your introductions. So my first question will now go to Leanne. And welcome to our show. If you could please inform our viewers of your happiness and respect for our crown and who is the sovereign head of Canada.
Yes, so I've always had enormous respect for the royal family and for the king as he is now and Queen Elizabeth before her passing. I myself, I'm Canadian. I was born in Canada, but my ancestry is about 50% British. So I do feel an affiliation with Britain and the UK. And as I say, I've always just had such respect for the royal family because they have such a strong sense of duty. They always, they perform their duty. They do it well. They do it with a smile on their face. It doesn't matter if they're, what else is going on in their lives. And like all families, they have, things that are going on, but they always rise above it and perform their duties. And I think that in 2023, where a lot of people out there don't necessarily, do their duties in our world, I have such respect for them that they do.
And they are a pride of Canada.
Exactly.
Right.
And I also
outreach.
So I was going to say, I also worked for the Crown. I was a Crown attorney for over 16 years when I first became a lawyer. So I've always felt that, I guess, connection as well, because as a Crown attorney, you're working for Her Majesty the Queen. When you're in court, you're representing Her Majesty the Queen. So that also has made me feel a strong affiliation with the royal family and King Charles and previously Queen Elizabeth.
Oh, it'd be great to hear more about that. That sounds like an
and the later part of the interview, Leanne is going to say a lot about the celebrations. We will do our best to keep our audience and our viewers well attached to our show.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
So, Snehali, for you as well, if you could please tell us about your love and affection and respect for the royal family as well.
For me, actually, my kids have been growing here. They're born in Canada, and my son's dream was there to celebrate the birthday in London.
Wow.
Wow.
Beautiful,
so fascinated by the royal family.
See, that shows the
And what an
attachment.
incredible experience.
He wanted to celebrate his birthday there. So I said, no, we cannot go there, but I can
What a
take you to
lucky
London. So
guy.
we definitely had a trip to London, and I think when I enter as a tourist, when I enter London, I think you can get the sense of royal
It's
family.
a second home.
Absolutely.
For
It is
me, it's a second home.
Yeah, and it has the as she said, there's a lot of responsibility that the royal family projects and everything. It's the royal majesty's. I think aura is in the air, I would say. And the way they have been doing their duties and the way they make all of us
Feel proud.
belong
Right.
to
Belonged
the
and proud.
extended royal family. Especially as Canadians, I think we could consider ourselves as an extended family, and that's a big pride. And I never even thought in my dreams, wildest dreams, that I would be here celebrating this
His Majesty's
Majesty's
coronation.
Celebration today. That was, I think it's a privilege to me, and I'm
Honored.
truly honored to be a part of the celebration, which I never thought I would ever be. So
Great,
it
great.
was a great.
You were destined to be in this show.
Definitely,
right.
I know.
Absolutely.
I think my stars are really shining today.
Your stars are good.
I've never visited the UK, but I'm like Leanne, I'm 50%
Yeah.
British Isles, so there is definitely a connection.
Attachment
and
is there. Your blood pulls.
absolutely.
I think you
it
need
is.
to add London to your bucket list.
It is
I would-
absolutely.
So this year you
Absolutely on
must
my
go
bucket
instead
list.
of going to Cuba.
I
You
know.
must go to London.
Yeah, I have to let the beach go for a little bit and go into the British Isles.
You
Yeah,
need to get
nice.
from Canadian women.
Yeah.
No, for sure. So, Aspy, if you would also let us know today your love and affection for the royal family, and I know you've had a huge connection to the royal family, and have had some very honored things happen as well. If you wouldn't mind giving us a little bit about that, and as well about just talk about the memorable event of the coronation of His Majesty King Charles.
So let me tell my viewers that nearly 26 years ago, we migrated to Canada. And prior to that also, UK was not new to us. It was a part of our second home.
Yes.
Because I've stayed in UK. I've done the marketing in Midlands of our own company's products. And the house which I was staying is currently occupied by my own sister. She's there and her husband. They are staying there. So we have got a very old link with UK and the royal family. Prior to that, in 2010, I was appointed as the National Director from Canada for United Nations Women Empowerment Division. And I served very nicely with my great efforts and honesty for 4 years. And after completing my term in 2014, a Commonwealth offered me to be the National Director from Canada, as well as represent India as well.
Wow.
So I
Amazing.
represented two
amazing.
countries proudly. And I was so proud that recently in December, when they distributed the Platinum Jubilee Medal Awards, they gave me 2 medals. They said, you represented 2 countries.
That's
So
amazing.
Such
I
a
said
high
that
honor.
the medal, the second medal should not sit in my drawer or a cupboard.
No.
I awarded that medal to my colleague who has always been with me shoulder to shoulder. Her name is Ghada Hamadani. She's a Lebanese, Iraqi lady. Many of you have met her. She has been my partner in many events, especially of Commonwealth and United Nations. So she was the most deserving. So last month I awarded her at a dinner.
Wow, that's
And she's
wonderful.
a really privilege because the more the merrier. If she wears, I feel
Yeah.
proud.
That's
If
right.
somebody is representing Commonwealth with their medal, it's not sitting. Because I can wear one medal. I can't wear 2 Platinum Jubilee medals. Already, I am a celebrated Canadian citizen who is a nationalist and loyalist to our crown because I won crowns medals during the time of Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II. Rest in peace. We lost her on 8th September 2022.
Yes.
And it was a very sad day for us that after a reign of 70 long years, we lost her, but we are proud to welcome His Majesty King Charles III, and we are celebrating his coronation this coming Saturday and Sunday, and the world will celebrate. So how can we miss being a loyalist and nationalist? So our show wanted to have a celebration, and I'm thankful to the panelists, to my whole acting host, for everybody cooperating, our production department, our exclusive TV channel, Awaz TV Entertainment, for their utmost cooperation to me so we could conceive the show of today. Thank you very much.
Ashley, I know you've talked a lot about your medals. Can you just tell our viewers just a little bit about what it takes to get one of those medals?
You have to really work hard, Cindy.
Yes.
It does. You can't get just wearing a medals. It's your hard earned.
Yes.
I did the outreach for the Federal Conservative Party for nearly 7 to 8 years during the era of former Prime Minister Stephen Harper.
Right.
And same time, I represented Canada on a foreign soil. So when the Medal of Diamond Jubilee in 2012 was announced by the Governor General David Johnston, my name was there in the first batch.
Wow.
And even I've got the signed certificate from the Governor General, and it was a big celebration that were held here in Mississauga, and awards and medals were given to us by our then Member of Parliament, MP Brad Butt.
That's
so
amazing.
It's all on record. In 2012, I earned my first medal.
It's a huge honor.
And that was the start of earning medals. Then again in 14, another federal medal I got was a Timothy Street Federal Award. That medal I have today not worn because it looks too big. I'm not an army general. I have too many medals. Because even prior to that, I got one more award medal from Ontario also. So I avoided it, and I'm wearing today is the Golden Jubilee, the King Charles Coronation Medal, which I'm proud to wear, which hardly many Canadians have achieved, because they are going to, our Canadian Mint is going to produce 30,000 medals, which was announced only yesterday by our Prime Minister, Honorable Justin Trudeau. That will be given to all the VIPs, parliamentarians, legislatures, in even third tier, and then the remaining will be distributed among the VIPs and those who have served Canada.
Oh, thank you very much. I thought it was really important for our Voice of Canada viewers to know how much hard work goes into getting these medals and the honor that it is to get them.
Because earlier, Cindy, as I was playing a different role in the Voice of Canada, I didn't want to just keep on blowing my own trumpet.
But I can blow your trumpet now.
I wanted to concentrate on our honored guests who were there with us for that particular evening, so they should wear the cap and take the pride.
Today we are celebration, so let's have one more celebration.
That's right.
Why not? Definitely. Definitely. That's why we are all decked formally, and we are celebrating, and we are all rocking.
That's right. Thank you very much, Aspi, for sharing. So the next question is for Leanne. Are you aware that when the Majesty King Charles was born, and which dates and where? You're aware of those dates? Maybe you can share those with our viewers.
Yes. So King Charles is 74 years old, and he was born November 14th, 1948.
Correct.
And he was born at Buckingham Palace.
Awesome.
And what's also interesting is he was only 4 years old when his mother, Queen Elizabeth,
ascended to the throne.
That's right. So he really spent his whole life in Buckingham Palace and in that type of role.
The child was born with a golden spoon.
That's right.
Being a royal, and he is being thoroughly trained by Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II.
Yes.
So we have got a very experienced king currently.
That's
we
true.
should all look forward to his vast experience and be happy that King Charles is our sovereign head, who is the head of our Senate also. And a big delegation from Canada is proceeding tomorrow to London to participate in the coronation ceremony, which was announced in our national news by our Prime Minister. The delegation will be led by the Governor General, and the Prime Minister and his wife are also accompanying. They are even taking the head of our indigenous community, native head, plus some of the government officials, dignitaries, those who have played a vital role for the relations between Canada and UK.
Yes, absolutely.
Wonderful.
Very vast relationship.
And to what you said, he's gone with a golden spoon.
Yes.
Along with the spoon, he definitely had a lot of responsibility.
And a lot of work.
That's true.
And a lot of
Great responsibility.
Yes.
Great responsibility.
Yes, very, very important. At this time, we're going to take a short break, and we'll be right back. Welcome back, our Voice of Canada viewers, and welcome once again to our guests, Leanne, Snehali, and Asphandiar. So thank you very much once again for joining us. We're going to continue with our questions, and we're going to go to Snehali. And if you could tell us about your vast travels, I know you've traveled a lot around, so now we get to hear a little bit about it. And if you visited the UK within those travels, and what some of your experiences in the UK were.
Sure, definitely. Thank you for the question. I know it's a travel. Definitely, I have both the antennas up when I hear about travel.
You always travel. That's the only thing.
My family is really into travel.
Lots of experiences.
My family is all into travel, and I think that's the way we bond, and we have that memories. We're making memories basically.
And lots of road travel she does.
Lots of road travel, and it is a learning experience for the kids too.
She's traveling on road.
Yeah. So but definitely on my list, I do have. I've visited London for sure. I've visited the UK. I've visited a couple of European countries also. But as I'm a Googler now, working for Google, my current aim for this summer, desire, I would say, yes. Desire, I would want to visit the Google office in London, and
which is a royal Google office.
I know, which I want to see the royal touch in the office and
see what the differences are.
Yeah, like I have visited Google office in Tokyo and in Austin, Texas, and in Toronto. So I've visited a couple of Google offices over the last year of my Google, being a Googler. But yeah, visiting London, I think I would want to see the influence of the royal culture and the majesties.
And the presence of royal family.
Yeah, and I'm sure there would be something, and I'm really excited to visit it. But definitely, to all my viewers, I would like to say that if anyone has not even visited London, I think this is a golden opportunity for you guys to visit and experience. I'm sure on Saturday we'll be seeing a glimpse of it, definitely.
Thousands of Canadians are already in London
there,
for the celebrations, and they are lucky to be there. And you won't believe the local Britishers have camped since Monday.
Wow.
Yes.
Outside the Buckingham Palace, they have started taking the spot. Because it's going to be a very big mega event on Saturday. So they are staying in tents.
Wow.
Rain or shine, they said. But they are going to stay there.
This is loyalty.
This is what loyalty and nationalism counts. So we must always be loyal to the crown.
Yes.
Because Canada loves crown. And we are a sovereign nation, and we respect the royal family from our hearts.
I really hope they get a nice day. They're calling for some rain, but then they were saying that the coronation of Queen Elizabeth is a saint.
That's why it's a rain or shine.
Yeah.
It will take place, and the people are already excited. They are not.
I'm sure Mother Nature would be a little bit lenient on this.
And in London, let me tell you, it rains practically every day.
Yeah, so they're used to it.
We carry a small umbrella in our hands because I've stayed quite a number of years, so we know the weather of London. And London is beautiful. I've got no more comments to explain because over there people are always formal.
Yes.
You go to the streets, the women are wearing formal dresses and all men are wearing the light suits because their usual average temperature is 12 to 14 centigrade.
So, yeah.
So it's a very beautiful weather. Even as a tourist, also in tourist buses, we carry our umbrella. And when the rain comes, it's the part of our life.
Yeah, so
in England.
About if it does rain, it's not going to put a damper on the celebration.
Nothing. No. Plus, the other thing which we don't enjoy here is the frost. Londoners enjoy the frost. Early morning when you get up, you will see the frost also. So it's more and more information about Great Britain and how the life is in London. And it's the oldest kingdom in Europe. And London is known as the heart of Europe.
Oh, absolutely.
Heart of Europe. But unfortunately, under the current circumstances, they are facing 10% inflation rate. And that is killing them because all the problems and issues after the COVID-19.
I guess it's a worldwide phenomenon.
It's a worldwide
phenomenon, but the Britons are experiencing
they're having a hard time.
So we are with them. And God willing, they will come out of this crisis.
And we all here together sitting in Canada. We wish all the Britishers have a beautiful day on Saturday, 6th May. And I hope you have a beautiful celebration.
We'll all be watching.
And we take the opportunity of congratulating the whole royal family on our behalf, our panelists, our host of Voice of Canada, that enjoy and keep serving the world. They have served the world Indeed.
It makes a difference.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So then the next question goes to Asvi. If you could tell us how you started showing respect and love for our royal family, and who are the sovereign head of Canada?
From my young age, we studied history about UK
Yes.
and the royal family and the system, the democratic systems and all. So I was aware of it. And after migrating to Canada 26 years ago, I became more fond of UK because I entered politics over here. And
Yes.
it was a part of my duty to know what royals are. And when you visit our Senate at our House of Commons, same complex, you will feel really royal.
Yeah.
That we call it a red chamber, the Senate.
Yes.
The red office.
Yeah.
right?
So you've grown up with them.
So whenever I go, I make it a point to pay my respects to the Senate room. The Senate session is going on or not, I go there.
Yes.
I always touch the seat where it's the king's throne, crown seat, and the Governor General always occupies that. And sometimes when the royalty is here, they occupy that seat. And
Yes.
our government of Canada makes sure that the session of Senate is called
Right.
to make them feel that their presence is very much there and we need them. And the Senate is our highest legislative body. Without signing the final approval from Senate, no bill can become a law.
Right.
Yeah.
Leanne, you
right.
can
Yeah,
you
right.
can
All the bill
certify
passes.
that
Yeah.
because you are a lawyer. So the final bill goes to the Senate. Once the Senate approves, then it's the final Canadian law.
Right.
Yes.
That's right. That's exactly how it works.
So it's the highest authority.
Yeah.
But we always now, since few years, we are requesting our government to be more democratic as far as the selection in the Senate. With just the signature of the Prime Minister, a person becomes senator for 9 years.
Wow.
Previously, they used to get the post free of like a Lotto 6 for 9.
Yeah.
Well, I always laugh with our senators that you are very lucky. Our other legislatures, they have to really work hard to get themselves elected.
Yes.
They have to go, they have to stand accountable to our constituents. But senators, they are so lucky that till the Prime Minister approves and you become a royal senator. And current term is 9 years.
Wow,
Which is
that's
quite
pretty
sufficient.
long.
That's
That is
long
practically
term.
2.5 terms of a member of parliament.
Yeah, true.
That's a long term.
So
9 years is
I
a long time.
request,
Prime Minister.
I request in some other, I have studied the democratic form of the Senate also in other countries. In the other countries, the members of provincial and the federal government, they appoint senators. They vote for it because they
so important.
yeah, they represent us,
Yeah.
and they would be appointing senators. So that would look more democratic.
Yes.
Yes.
So let's hope as the time passes, our Senate also becomes more democratic.
Definitely.
Thank you.
Best wishes.
Yes, absolutely. Leanne, you are up. And if you could please let us know, I know you've read the bio of His Majesty King Charles III. And so you must be knowing of what our honored king likes to eat for his meals on a regular working day. We always have to talk about food.
That's
so
right.
here we
It's
go.
all about the food.
It's always about
So
food.
this was a great question because I love food. So
Absolutely.
it was interesting doing some research because I didn't know
The favorite
what his
dishes
favorite
of
dish was.
No.
So I
His
had
Highness,
to do
yeah.
the research, and he eats a plant-based diet, and his favorite dish is vegetarian quiche, which was a real surprise to me.
good, though.
Yeah, it's a meatless quiche, and it's filled with beans and spinach and tarragon.
and lots of lard.
Lots of lard. Yeah, really.
That is
Not very healthy.
he's-
maybe
yeah,
not so
it's not
healthy,
healthy, but we know that our king is more interested in having fatty foods.
Yeah. But he's plant-based, so he's obviously got some concerns about his health.
Yeah.
Just not maybe when it comes
But he
to the lard
manages
part.
with the plant diet, usually they say.
Yes.
Yes.
And he also likes the English lamb. So he's not obviously completely vegetarian. He'll eat lamb.
Lamb is really yummy.
Yes.
Leanne, let me tell you, okay, I never used to miss lamb.
No, is
Oh.
it
The
your
British
favorite dish?
favorite.
No.
With the
At
mint
every
jelly?
pub, at every pub and all, the lamb is there as a
Wow.
special dish. So I request all our viewers, whoever visits UK, London, or any part of other cities of UK, they must try the most yummy British lamb.
Yes. And King Charles also, to drink, He likes a French martini and Scotch whiskey. So
Scotch.
I imagine
Scotch
on
is a
Saturday,
pride.
A royal
there'll be some
taste.
Scotch and whiskey
Yes.
flowing in the
There'll be
celebration.
a lot of it
So
going
we
in
would
the
rather take a
celebration, yeah.
toast in his honor. Cheers and compare to the royal family.
Yes.
Cheers, absolutely. A big cheers with our water.
Go ahead.
Snehali, we know that you immigrated to Canada. If you could tell us a little bit about when you did immigrate to Canada, and when you did, were you aware that Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II is also the sovereign head of Canada?
Yes, I was definitely. I immigrated with my husband in 2006, and definitely we wanted to start our life and start our family in Canada, because I think Canada is like the most safest and the beautiful place I can ever think, and I'm sure every one of you agrees here. So, and definitely I was aware of the Queen, and I was aware of the sovereign heads and everything, but I think that itself makes it more secure. I felt like
And royal.
enrolled, and I felt welcomed.
Yeah.
I think that was the very big thing.
Nice.
So I think that was the best decision of our lives, that we started our family in a country which is so safe and so safe and so welcoming. And now I have beautiful 2 kids who are Canadians, and proudly we are also Canadians now. So my loyalty definitely stands still for the
For the royalty and for Canada.
for Canada and for the crown.
Definitely.
Absolutely. Go together. Yeah,
Yes,
absolutely.
hand in hand.
Thank you very much for sharing that. Leanne, next question is yours. If you can inform our viewers about His Majesty King Charles III, education from his schooling days.
Yeah, so when I did a little research on this, there was a couple things that were really interesting. The first was that King Charles III is the first ever king or queen to hold a university degree.
Wow.
I didn't
Wow.
know that.
Really? I didn't know that.
That's a very interesting thing.
That's very interesting.
And he's also the first monarch to actually attend a school.
Oh,
His
wow.
mother, Queen Elizabeth, was homeschooled by tutors, as
Wow.
wealthy
The
and
royalty.
That makes
Royalty.
sense,
Yeah.
Exactly. So he's the first one to actually attend a school, and so his first school was Hill House School,
Wow.
which is in Knightsbridge, and he went there when he was 6 years old. And then he went in 1957 to Cheam Preparatory School in Headley. And what's interesting about that is that his father, Prince Philip, attended that school as
The
well.
Duke of Edinburgh.
Duke of Edinburgh, yes, he
Wow.
attended the Cheam Preparatory School, and then King Charles went to a further school called Gordonstown, and the Duke of Edinburgh, Prince Philip, also attended that school. So he very
Awesome.
much followed in his
It's a
father's
very good
footsteps.
information
Wow.
for us
I think
and our
it's-
viewers.
I didn't
Yes.
know
Great-
that at all.
Great research you have
I
done,
think
Leanne.
it's new to me too. I didn't know about that.
But
Thank
that's why
you.
we are here to
Thank you
know
for
about the
sharing your-
history of our crown.
Yeah.
Yes, and
Yeah,
he went
it's
to
important.
university at Cambridge. So he went to Trinity College and was part of the University of Cambridge, and he was there from 1967 to 1970, and majored in archaeology, anthropology, and also history.
Awesome.
And in 1975, he was awarded a Master of Arts by Cambridge. So
Uh-huh.
he didn't attend for
Beautiful,
that, but he was
beautiful.
awarded that as an honorary degree.
Wow,
so
definitely.
lots of education.
Beautiful and very impressive information, I would
Yes.
say.
Yeah, and he'll use a lot of that just in his work around and
Yeah.
and all the different places.
So we have a
that he goes.
well-polished,
Definitely.
educated king.
Yeah.
That's
Very
right.
much
We
so.
definitely do.
Oh, that's amazing. See, Holly, you visited the UK and you gave us some of your experiences when you were over there. Can you tell us a little bit about the difference in maybe the lifestyle of how people are in the UK versus here in Canada, and being with the royal family in the UK?
Definitely, London definitely has the first thing. As soon as you land London, I think you can see the
You can
attire of the
feel.
people, and you know that I think the people in British they have this different style of dressing,
Right.
a very formal style of dressing, and definitely they are on top of the fashion line. I would definitely say that.
Yeah, it's one of the
And,
top cities
yeah.
of the world.
Yeah,
Fashion
it is
world
top
too,
cities,
London.
and definitely their tea parties, their
High tea.
high teas.
I
Yes,
can't
exactly.
miss the high teas of
So,
London.
I love
That
Whenever
is
I'm
like
there, I make it a point to go for a high tea.
it was surprising that we didn't get the booking. Like we had to do booking like 48 hours before we even
Yeah,
wanted to
they are
book.
very
So it was
popular.
like they are heavily booked, but the way so they make you feel like royals.
Wow.
Actually, you get the feeling of
That's
that, oh,
like
I'm the
everybody.
princess. Yes, you get the princess feeling. You feel a little bit,
Like a little royal
well pampered, well royally pampered, I would say. So yes, it was a really amazing experience for me to experience the
Good you
high
told
teas.
about the high teas.
Yes, and that's one of the, I think, everyone in once in a lifetime should visit London and especially go for the high teas. It is an experience in itself, a majestic
So
experience
is
in
high
itself.
tea kind of like all over the
Oh,
country?
everywhere in a very high class way they serve. Though let me add one more thing which is very common in London and UK is the fish and chips.
Yeah.
That is the most
Very,
popular
yeah.
thing. Even a common Britisher would love to have fish and chips, and that also is a novelty as of yet. If they will wrap the fish in a newspaper.
Yes.
Now to see if the ink doesn't stick to the food, so they put a parchment paper, and then but the outer cover will be of a newspaper. The tradition goes on, and those fish and chips are really, really, I cannot forget the taste.
It is like a delicacy there, I would say.
It's
You
a
know, they have
delicacy
their own
and some
I can
ways.
just picture it.
Part of the diet. It's a British diet. We have lots of fish and chips over here due to our connection of royalty. And often I go and I say, I must have fish and chips once a week.
Maybe have some on Saturday.
Definitely. So usually
Well,
here
you
the
watch on Coronation.
people
Yeah.
usually have over here on Friday the fish.
Fish and chips,
The Catholics usually.
Yeah, Catholics.
Even the Jews also have the fish.
Yeah.
That's a tradition.
I think in all the offices also where they serve lunches every
Informal
Fridays.
Friday.
Fridays is always fish and chips.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
Well,
fish
now-
and chips are very popular. We have got plenty of outlets. So I request everybody to visit at least once a week or once a month and have the British style fish and chips.
I'm going to go to the UK and have some fish and chips.
Because to get more
It's a
authentic.
very,
Yeah.
it's a very healthy
But
diet.
I did go
fish.
for high teas even in Canada. I've done
You
high teas
too.
in Paris. I've done high teas in different places.
You do hear about it for sure.
UK high teas
That's
are the high teas. They are
entirely
like
different.
way level up.
So
here.
whenever we
Really.
feel the vacuum for high teas, here there are two places. One in Mississauga and one a high tea outlet run by a British lady in Milton.
So does it feel the same when you go to high tea?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
Because
wow.
especially the Milton one, the ladies come in the British hats,
Wow.
gloves, and it is exactly served like the way in London.
And do
Or
you'd have to dress like
Yes, you have to
you're
go
like formally dressed?
formally
Formal
dressed,
dress?
formally
Wow.
dressed with a hat and all. And those who forget the hats also, she has plenty of hats,
Wow.
gloves.
I would like to
show
go there.
That's right.
Anybody would love to take pictures as a remembrance. And she makes herself each and every thing
Wow.
of high tea.
Okay.
And scones are the
Scones
specialists.
are the,
In
that's
high
right.
tea.
sandwiches,
Yes,
those little
sandwiches,
sandwiches,
all handmade
yeah.
small cocktail sandwiches.
Yes.
And she's serving about nearly not less than 20 types of teas.
Wow.
And you can taste 4, 5 in one go.
From you.
Definitely, I'll give you. The lady is very welcoming. It's a small outlet of maximum 25 or 30 guests she can accommodate. So she just has the 5 tables. They are fully booked.
Wow.
So we always book and go, and she's always very, very welcoming, like the Britishers. And we don't feel the vacuum of high teas of London.
Oh, I'm gonna have to go and
And one is in
until I go
Mississauga.
on my trip.
Queen Street has got an outlet, special high teas.
Oh,
So that also, if you all want to go, any one of you, let me know. I'll give you the address of that place too, so you can have the feel of royalty.
Oh, that
Like we
sounds
as family, my daughter is really fond of high teas. So in downtown also there is Shangri-La. They have this high tea session, and they have like beautiful. During holiday season, they have this Christmas related
And they're
appetizers.
trolley.
It's so beautiful.
They have
Like,
a trolley. They serve food from
Yeah.
pastries to
They make you
sandwiches
feel
to
so
patties.
nice. Like I just
It's a 3-tier trolleys.
with dessert, with
absolutely gonna have to experience
And the dessert and everything, and it's
And the
entirely
teas
different.
taste the same tea at home doesn't taste that
No,
good
no,
as
no.
you have it in that
never
ambience.
tastes
for sure.
So many flavors they offer you that I take about 4 to 5 flavors in my one go at the high teas.
I think that'll be me.
So one day we all must make a plan. The
Yes.
team of Voice of Canada
Yeah.
to go
Definitely.
for high tea,
Yes.
go for high tea
Absolutely.
and enjoy.
I need to buy a hat for myself.
Yeah, if you don't have a hat, also she has the hats, the gloves, and everything.
I would love
Wear
to
a
go
very
there.
nice,
Me
colorful
too.
outfit. and feel the royalty as a Britisher.
All right, there we go. I think we have to make a plan of that.
We need to be a part of the family too.
Go ahead, one more
So,
question.
Asfi, if you can inform our viewers, as you are a nationalist and loyalist Canadian, and your association with the Crown. So if you can just tell us.
Yeah, let me give you, I've forgotten 2-3 things. That the road leads to Buckingham Palace is red. Has anyone noticed that? That shows its royalty.
Oh,
Nearly over 2 kilometers of the road leading to the palace is made of red color.
Wow.
wow.
That's interesting.
Yeah. It's not black. It's a dark thing, but it is red. It is red, shows that the royalty and the palace is about, you are going to approach the palace. So that is one of the sign. And people go, they have got thousands of tourists every day flocking at the palace. And
Incredible.
we still see that old guard police with a special uniform.
And that's a big hat too.
And every morning, evening, they have the horses, the march pass inside the compound.
The duty changes.
Yeah, and there is, every day there is 1 or 2 dignitaries or the diplomats visiting the king or the royalty to submit their credentials. So it's a daily affair. It's a full day work at the palace.
That's
So
incredible.
London has got its own charm. Don't miss all these things. Go there and you will feel as a royal. And at times, if you are lucky, even the royalties, they are about to come out. The cars are very slow. They wave the people standing there, the tourists standing there, and they are very friendly.
Oh, amazing.
The guards are also very friendly, and it's beautiful. You feel something different,
That's
entirely a difference
amazing.
in your heart. So I've always gone, whenever I've gone there for work, pleasure, for any trips, I have visited the palace.
Wow.
From outside, not
Yes,
inside.
yes.
I'm not that big guy. I'm a small fly. So,
But you never know. Luck
but
might strike.
I missed once prior to my directorship as the national director from Canada. The previous year, the Queen had called the Commonwealth people for tea.
Wow. Oh, 40.
And they were really lucky. The other director went and they had a tea and had the audience with the Queen.
Oh.
Wow.
But I did not have that opportunity. I was not that lucky. But I'm proud that I always visited and pay my respects to the Commonwealth Secretariat, Secretary General, and lots of diplomats. I used to invite them for the grand finale show. So I've got a very old link with London.
That's amazing.
And I use the subway. That's the best system in transportation. We don't take our cars. We park the cars at maximum at the airports. Because taking a car into London is a suicide.
Nightmare.
Yeah.
A nightmare. So people come. I used to travel from another city. So I used to always park at the airport and travel whole day for my work in the subways. They are very convenient, very fast, and you have want to enjoy the real life as a Britisher, travel the subway. And it's very user friendly. Any new tourist can be aware where to go and how to go. You will never get lost if you are using the subway.
And they also have the double-decker bus.
Oh, double-decker bus is a
The
privilege.
telephone booth.
Especially, and the telephone booth,
Yes.
and the taxis. the
Taxis,
London taxis.
yeah.
So these are unique things which you can't find in any other part of Europe.
You need to feel the
Yeah.
British way when you're in London.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm looking
So don't
forward
miss
to it.
that. And the food is always lovely. I am also a
So
foodie.
much to experience.
The
in
British
Sydney, for
food
sure.
is always welcome, and I say try to go during summertime and spend your at least 2 weeks minimum. London has got many things to be offered. The London Eye and so many. Even the cruise in London is
And
beautiful.
the river things.
The river thing, and then even the bus, the open decker bus for tourists. It shows you all around London.
Amazing.
So don't miss that. Go and visit UK. It's a part and parcel of our own heart and our homeland.
Definitely.
Our show has come to an end. This has been an absolutely incredible session, being able to talk about our royal family and the coronation that hopefully you'll be able to tune into on Saturday. I know it's going to be a big worldwide event, and I definitely will be tuning in as well.
And we are making special arrangements to edit our show tomorrow.
Great.
We have got some, let me inform our viewers, we have got some even the messages of congratulations from our legislatures. government legislatures like the MP, the MPPs, and the councillors from our GTHA cities. We will be adding those in our show, and it will be a unique bumper show. And we are very, very sure that this show will be the best of our year 2023.
For sure.
Yes.
And a very
For sure.
special thank you to Leanne Townsend, to Snehali Patel, and Asphandiar Wadiwalla for sharing so much of their knowledge.
We had lots of things to still share because we can keep on talking about London and England,
Absolutely.
everything, because
And about the lifetime
that
event,
they attached
Coronation.
to our life and our royal family. But due to the shortage of time and paucity, we always have to say goodbye. So our host will be ending the show.
So we will be ending. And I do want to also say a very special thank you as well to Sara Maria for opening our show with our beautiful national anthem and God Save the King. So thank you very much to Sara Maria as well.
Yes.
That's a very special way to open our show.
And now we'll be performing a small ceremony by cutting a special cake made by a Swiss pastry chef. So I request our young teen singer to come up on stage and join us to cut the cake. It's a pleasure to cut and celebrate a cake also in honor of His Majesty King Charles III, who is our King of Canada, as well as 54 Commonwealth nations. So let's all say congratulations to our King. We are celebrating in a bumper manner on Saturday and Sunday his coronation. So we are also taking an honor. So good luck, cheers, and kampai.
Cheers.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hi, this is MPP Chief Sabawy. Today is a historic moment for the country as we witness the coronation of their Majesties King Charles III and Queen Camilla. As an elected member of Provincial Parliament for the people of Mississauga and a proud Canadian, I extend my heartfelt congratulations to the King and Queen on this historical occasion. King Charles III has dedicated his entire life to serving the public. He has demonstrated a deep commitment to public service, environmental conservation, and charitable causes. His passion and dedication to these issues are an inspiration to us all. On behalf of the people of Mississauga Erin and all Canadians, I extend my warmest congratulations to the King and Queen. May your region be marked by prosperity, progress, and peace. God save the King.
I'm Brad Butt, Councillor of Ward 11, City of Mississauga. I want to pay tribute and offer blessings to His Majesty King Charles III and Queen Camilla on the occasion of the coronation. The King plays an important role in our constitutional democracy as the head of state of Canada. The monarchy is a long-standing element to our country and has been nobly represented. As the King ascends to the throne, may I say, God save the King, long live the King.
Hello everyone, my name is Isa Lee, Ward 8 Councillor at the City of Markham. It is my great pleasure to be here with you at the King Charles III Coronation special episode produced by Voice of Canada. This is an extraordinary and joyous occasion for Canadians as we celebrate the coronation of His Majesty King Charles III and Her Majesty the Queen Consort. This historic event, the first coronation of Canadian head of state and monarch in 7 decades, allows us to come together and highlight themes that both King Charles III and Canadians hold dear, including service, the environment and sustainability, and also our nation's diversity. As a constitutional monarchy and Commonwealth realm, Canada will be marking this milestone event with a number of national initiatives that celebrate this close ties between His Majesty and Canada, as well as the role the Crown plays in our system of government and our sense of identity. In honor of the King Charles III's coronation, we also learned that there are 2 new medallion designs approved exclusively for Canada, issued by the Canadian Royal Heritage Mint. What an excitement and honor to commemorate this occasion. On behalf of the City of Markham, I would like to congratulate Their Majesties King Charles III and Queen Camilla as they celebrate their coronation.